What is up, everybody? It is Rodak with Rodak's Revival, and we are back with round 3 of the SIRL series. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Rodak, we went from round 1 to round 3. Well, that is because in round 2, I did qualify, and I qualified decently high, but I ended up getting taken out a ton in the heat race and a ton in the LCQ, so I did not make the main event. We don't need to show any of that, but we are here in round 3, and it is a triple crown. We are here in Chicago, and I'm ready to get down to business. And real quick, before we jump into qualifying here, guys, I don't know how the quality is gonna look on the YouTube side. For some reason, right before this, OBS was saying that it wasn't able to read my graphics card for some reason, so it said I needed to update drivers, but then when I did that, everything reset that I had on all my settings, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad for you guys on YouTube, but either way, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump into qualifying. Now, we're just gonna jump straight into it. Here is qualifying, and coming into qualifying, just in some testing, I got about 20 minutes of testing and practice on the track before I actually had to qualify. I had a 1:02.1, but I knew we were gonna have to step that up because I know some guys in here are going to be super fast, and it's a triple crown, so there's only 18 spots guaranteed. And then if you're not in that top 18, you got to go to the LCQ, which only takes 4 riders. That is just a risk that I do not want to take, so we got to try to lay down a lap here. I just kept crashing and making mistakes over and over and over again, and I started to get really nervous because that timer started to go down. But look at the time on the timer, and this is going to be my fastest lap right here. So somehow, with about 20 minutes of practice and about 13 minutes into the qualifying, we had like 2 minutes left. I dropped 2 seconds off my time, and we're running a 1 minute flat, and that is ultimately gonna put us in 13th place in qualifying. My best qualifying ever, without a doubt. I qualified straight to the mains, no LCQ for me tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy. I am gonna show you all 3 of the mains, but I am gonna cut them up. I know you guys like the full motos, but 3 mains, that's quite a bit of time. I'm gonna cut them up, kind of go through the highlights and the lowlights and all those good things, but I think we did pretty good. That was my best qualifying ever. This is a pro series technically, so qualifying straight to the main, I will take that. So without further ado, let's hop into main event number 1. Alrighty guys, so here we are in main event number 1. Now, you know we gotta get that good start. It is a super long start, so the start is absolutely important. Get off to a pretty bad jump there, so I'm just gonna let everybody go, because if I saw anything from the 250 races, there's a big pile up, and of course there is. We just gotta try to make it through the carnage. We're getting hit around a little bit there, but we're gonna come out relatively clean. I hit this double, able to triple up onto the tabletop, and I'm gonna pass some more guys right here. People are just going down everywhere, and we are getting a top 10 start. But watch this guy right here in the beta, Kobija. Oh man, why do people gotta play like this? Watch this, just absolutely punts me and just sends me off the track, crashes himself as well. What an idiot. We'll see more from that guy later on in the race. But yeah, I'm trying to move over because I just don't want to take anybody out. So we're in the back of the pack. What started off so great, now we're in the back of the pack, and we gotta try to work for it. Couple more guys go down right there. We'll take that. And then I'm gonna get hit by this guy, which I'm like, come on, man. Like, just what? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's racing. At least he didn't take me out. barely tapped the back of this guy. I think I'm going over the bars, but somehow save it. Got someone on my inside, so I'm just going to let him go because look at that. He was absolutely going to punt me. Get a few more positions there, and then it's just an absolute pile up behind me. But 2 more positions there, we're actually making some decent ground. We're now in 12th place. Get another position right there, but unfortunately we're going to lose one to the inside. That is Dizzle, one of the top 3 guys in this series, so he's going to get around me. It's an eventuality, but we're still in a good spot. And one of my goals was to get a top 10 in one of these series races. In one of these main events, I wanted to get a top 10, and I absolutely thought I could do it. Make a mistake going into the whoops right there, so now I have a horrible whoops run. Luckily, they weren't all cupped out like they were at the end of main event number 3, but we're making it through. We lost a spot there, but we're running pretty good. We could try to get it back. I get cut off right there, and that's how quickly you can lose positions. I lost 2 positions just by getting cut off. Now I got someone right on me again. Gonna just let him go by because I don't want to take us both out. So just like that, you can lose 3 positions just by making one little simple mistake. Going into this whoop section, this is my first big mistake. I wheelie going into it, which is the worst thing you can do on this whoop section. And I go down, and I'm going to lose like 3 spots right there. I fall over in the corner and front tuck. I lose another 3 spots right there. That's how these quote-unquote pro races go. And then I made another mistake trying to just catch back up. I am back in 20th place, but it gets a little bit worse, guys. I promise you. Because look, now we're going to jump forward a little bit again. I go down in the whoop section again, and if you see the positions, I am in last place. But ultimately, coming around on the last lap, I ended up making a comeback. I just did not want to get last. I would be so mad at myself if I got last. And we're coming by in 20th place. Not how we wanted the first main event to go. We were running so well, and just some unfortunate things happened. But that's the good thing about Triple Crowns. You got 2 more races to try to redeem yourself. So here we are in main event number 2. Let's try to get a better finish in this one. Tried to just hold on the gas a little bit more there. People are getting punted all around me. I'm getting hit like crazy, but we're surviving again. Somehow I don't go down right there. I come up short right here, so I'm like, oh, please just don't get landed on. Internet cuts out for a little bit right there. It kept happening tonight. I don't know what was going on with that, but we're still kind of in a top 10 spot. But look, I look behind me and look who it is. It's Kobija again, and watch what happens. Just absolutely comes in here, dive bombs everybody, punts us. I turn around, he's still down on the ground too, takes us both out. We're back in the bag again now. Fortunately, I was planning on taking this dude out. He ran into the bridge right there, so idiot move by that guy. But luckily, he ends up getting ejected because he was just going in there dive bombing people. So he was not in race number 3. He gets what he deserves. He just went in there and just punted everybody. Two main events in a row. That was very frustrating to get 2 good starts and to just get taken out like that twice in a row. But no time to think on that anymore. We're in the middle of the race. We are still in a pretty decent spot because a lot of guys went down. So got to try to make the best with what we're given now. Jump forward just a little bit, and there's a whole pack of guys right here. That's going to put me in the 16th place. And yeah, it's time to go to battle. Except I'm an idiot and get a weird kick right there, and my bike just gets flung so far off the track. We're back in 17th again, cuts forward a little bit. I don't want to go out like this. There's 3.5 minutes to go in the race. Let's just try to make as many positions as we can. Now I'm catching a flow, and then this bike is gonna hit me. Are you freaking kidding me? I was catching a flow, caught back up to the pack, and then someone goes down and their bike just flies into me. That is so unfortunate, but luckily we still got everybody right here. We can still try to make some positions. Now that guy is gonna just completely cut the corner. That's just frustrating. Like, come on, man. Like, you made a mistake or whatever happened. Just ride the track. Like, why do you have to cut corners and do stuff like that just because your ego needs to get 15th place or whatever? It's just so stupid. going to go try to make the pass right here, and he cross jumps me, and I go into the back of him, and then I'm going to end up front tucking. I take someone else out behind me. I apologize for that. I don't know what happened there. I've never front tucked like that before. Those guys are going to go around the outside of the track, and this is the last lap right here, and I'm like, man, did I just throw it away? I don't even know what position I'm in as I'm riding. I'm just trying to get to the finish line in the best position possible. So coming up to the finish line, we are actually going to come away in 13th place, so we were very close to that top 10. We were so close to that top 10 if we wouldn't have made that mistake, but we have redemption. We have a chance for redemption, I should say. And main event number 3, let's get it, baby. Get off to another decent start here. We're coming across the line with a top 5 start, and we don't have Kobija or whatever his name is to try to take us out. This is my opportunity. Let's just stay strong. And I wheelie coming out of the whoop section. I threw it away, and now we're in the back of the pack again. But luckily, a lot of guys went down, so we're still in like a top 10 spot where I think we're in 10th right now. But man, I had such a good opportunity right there, and I threw it away. I don't know what happened. I think I stood up too fast, and that made the bike push away from me, and my back tire just caught, and I just wheelied out. So right now, timing and scoring has us in 9th, so we're still not in a bad spot, but I didn't realize how rutted out this corner got before the whoop section, and coming into here, I did not realize it. I missed the rut, and I just get thrown off. I think I got a little help from that guy. Don't know for sure, not going to blame him for that. Couldn't really tell, but now we're off the side of the track. Don't want to take anybody out, so we're dropping some more positions. Man, we had such a good opportunity, and then we failed. Jumping forward a little bit more into the race, we're back in 14th place. We're right behind 13th, so still not terrible. We can still salvage a top 10. There's a bunch of guys right in front of me. Those guys are going to go down. Still can make it happen. That guy's gonna go down in front of me. Gonna run into him, and then I just make a dumb decision here. I didn't think I was gonna jump that far, but I ended up coming up short. I go down again. We're just losing spots, but we're still back here in 14th. About 6 minutes to go in the race. We can still make some positions. I don't know if a top 10 is in the cards, but We're just gonna keep trying. You know how we do. And then I front tuck. I literally never front tucked there. Front tuck again. We have about, I don't know, 2 laps to go in the race. Still in 14th, just trying to string together any sort of laps because there are positions going through the whoop section. There's 3 guys in the whoop section right now. That could put us up to at least 11th. We just got to try to do our best. That is a lapper right there, so unfortunately not a position. Now this guy behind me was faster than me, and I had some cuts, so he technically is in front of me. I'm just gonna let him go right there. I knew he was faster. No point in trying to take us both out, just trying to block a position for 13th and 14th place. Now look at this. I see the yellow flags and I see a huge pile up here, but watch to the right. This dude is gonna get off the track and cut like 3/4 of the rhythm section out, come back on in front of me, and I'm just like, dude, like I just don't understand why people do that, but it is what it is. I am gonna come through in 14th place, so scores on the night are gonna be 20th, 13th, and 14th, but I know we didn't get that top 10, but just making it into these mains is still an accomplishment for me because I didn't make it into the main last week. I did make the main event in round 1, so I am in points, so I'm really trying to make these mains every week, and making it to the main without having to go to an LCQ this week in a Triple Crown format, qualifying 13th, that was a big accomplishment for me. Granted, that 20th place really helped me out with my overall standings. I ended up getting, I think, 17th overall, but 13th and 14th, we were right there on the cusp for getting that top 10. And like I said, this is a quote-unquote pro series because pros can join. Obviously, Chase lapped me in that last race. Obviously, he's a top pro, but it's not like a full ARL pro where it's like everybody in here is quick, but just everybody was within like the same second lap time. So yeah, it really meant a lot to me just to be able to make it into the mains again. I want to try to make every single one of these mains. Granted, like I said, I didn't make the main in round 2, but I was pretty happy with my performance tonight. I think main event number 2 and 3 went way better than number 1. I enjoyed the night. There was some frustrating parts, but there also was some good to take out of it as well. I can definitely see my progress in the game, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, sorry if the quality isn't that great. I got that fixed for future videos, but hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're ready for some more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.